Inside the 2024 Hualien earthquake, Taiwan's strongest quake in 25 years. Every mystery leaves behind a question. Every disaster leaves behind a story. Here at Mystery and Disaster Files, we uncover the real events, examine the evidence, and explore the mysteries that continue to puzzle the world. If you're ready to discover what really happened, let's begin. On the morning of April 3, 2024, people across Taiwan were beginning what seemed like an ordinary day. Commuters filled the trains, students settled into classrooms, and tourists prepared to explore the breathtaking cliffs and marble canyons of Taroko National Park. No one imagined that, within minutes, one of the most powerful earthquakes to strike Taiwan in decades would change everything. At 7:58 a.m. local time, a magnitude 7.4 earthquake struck off the coast near Hualien County on Taiwan's eastern shoreline. The shaking was sudden and violent. Buildings rocked from side to side, power lines swayed, and terrified residents rushed into the streets as alarms echoed throughout the city. In Hualien City, several buildings suffered severe structural damage. One partially collapsed, leaning dangerously onto a neighboring road. Rescue workers immediately began searching for trapped occupants while firefighters evacuated nearby residents before aftershocks could bring the structure down completely. The earthquake triggered hundreds of aftershocks, keeping millions of people on edge. Each new tremor threatened weakened buildings and complicated rescue efforts. Emergency officials warned residents to stay away from damaged structures as engineers rushed to inspect bridges, schools, hospitals, and apartment complexes. The disaster extended far beyond the city. In Taroko National Park, enormous landslides thundered down steep mountainsides. Massive boulders crashed onto highways, tunnels were blocked by rockfalls, and visitors suddenly found themselves trapped deep inside one of Taiwan's most famous natural landmarks. Rescue helicopters circled overhead while emergency teams worked tirelessly to reach isolated groups stranded by the collapsed roads. Taiwan's National Fire Agency immediately activated emergency response teams. Urban search and rescue units, police officers, military personnel, and medical crews were deployed across Hualien County. Rescue dogs searched collapsed structures while firefighters used thermal imaging cameras and listening devices in hopes of detecting survivors beneath the debris. Engineers conducted detailed structural assessments throughout the disaster zone. Using drones, laser scanners, and digital mapping technology, they carefully documented damaged buildings and unstable slopes. Their work helped authorities determine which areas remained too dangerous for residents to enter. Hospitals across eastern Taiwan quickly became overwhelmed. Doctors, nurses, and emergency medical staff treated people suffering from injuries caused by falling debris, shattered glass, and collapsing structures. Temporary treatment areas were established to care for patients as ambulances continued arriving throughout the day. As darkness fell, rescue operations continued without pause. If you're enjoying this investigation, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Mystery and Disaster Files. It helps us bring you more real mysteries, historic disasters, and true stories from around the world. Powerful floodlights illuminated piles of broken concrete while search teams carefully removed debris piece by piece. Every sound mattered. Every minute counted. Families waited anxiously nearby, hoping for news that their loved ones would be found alive. Within hours, humanitarian organizations and government agencies began delivering food, drinking water, medical supplies, blankets, and emergency shelter materials to affected communities. Heavy machinery worked around the clock to reopen blocked highways and reconnect isolated mountain villages cut off by landslides. Historic temples, schools, and public buildings also required careful inspection. Conservation specialists joined structural engineers to evaluate cultural landmarks that had survived for centuries but now faced serious earthquake damage. Every crack was photographed, measured, and documented to guide future restoration efforts. As the days passed, Taiwan's remarkable preparedness became evident. Volunteers cleared debris alongside construction crews. Communities organized donation drives, distributed supplies, and opened temporary shelters for displaced families. Despite the destruction, the resilience and unity shown by ordinary citizens inspired people around the world. The 2024 Hualien earthquake claimed lives, injured more than 1,000 people, and damaged infrastructure across eastern Taiwan. Yet it also demonstrated the importance of earthquake-resistant construction, rapid emergency response, and community cooperation in reducing the impact of natural disasters. Even after the aftershocks faded, the scars of the earthquake remained visible across Hualien. Roads were rebuilt, homes repaired, and damaged landmarks restored. The memories of that morning, however, continue to remind Taiwan, and the world, that preparation, courage, and compassion can help communities recover from even the most powerful forces of nature. If you enjoyed this documentary and want to learn more about real disasters, unsolved mysteries, and extraordinary survival stories from around the world, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for mystery and disaster files. Every mystery has a different theory, and your opinion matters. Leave your thoughts in the comments, subscribe for new videos every day, and join our community as we uncover the world's greatest mysteries and disasters, one case at a time.